Hello, peoples. Is anybody out there? I love our break time. We get a moment to catch up here, do a project, select something that I want to, paint for the day, and get it going. And we're gonna start off with a nice, cool one right here. We're gonna crack a cold one, 0 sugar. Do you hear that? Yes. You know when you're so warm and you take a sip of something really, really cold and you can literally trace it, you can feel it move down your esophagus. That's what this feels like. This is joy. The other day I did a live and hey, Bonnie, at the other side, I was like, why do I feel so tired? And then it hit me like 3:30. I went to go, because usually I go for like an afternoon snack, pick me up, which I'll tell you what my snack is today. But I grabbed a soda, like I usually do, some cold beverage mid-afternoon. And I realized I went all day. My morning was different, and I did not drink my cold coffee. And every morning I have iced coffee, and I don't even know how I started my day without coffee. Matt fed me a chicken biscuit, and I think I just threw everything out the window. I forgot everything else that I was supposed to do, and because I got so excited, and I'm like, how did I make it to this part of the day without any coffee? I don't even know how I did it, guys. Hey, Valerie, Colleen, oh my gosh, just saw you here in the shop. Well, let's on here, Loretta. I need to go grab my apron here real quick. But yeah, this is our project. Say hello. Say hello. It's so funny. Shout out to Rose, who just called the shop, and she's like, I need to add a few things to my order. I got you. By the way, if you ever need to make contact with me, an easy way to do it is just through our Etsy shop. It's Junk Monkey Sonia. Junk Monkey Paint will get you there. junkmonkeypaint.com. But anyway, she called, so I got to add a few things on for her. And then I see Colleen is here. Miss Colleen, how are you? You and Schmitty the dog who came in for a visit. So cute. Love to see the pooch. And yeah, so I was saying to Colleen, she popped in today, and she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm cutting paint labels, right? Some new colors we just launched last night. Complete sellout. Thank you so much, guys. It was a test to see if there's like an appetite, because it seems like we all, pretty much a big portion of us, took a break from painting and just doing a lot of around the house stuff. And so we're testing the waters to see if there's any interest in the Junk Monkey coming back again. If anybody is kind of at a point where they're just ready to go back into stuff around the house, just want to hunker down, do some nice quiet projects, make your home cozy and feel really good without breaking the bank. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing some paint labels. And she's like, I knew there was a reason I stopped in, right? So getting ready to do some painting. I love to hear that. So I told her, because she was saying how she loves purple, our wild iris, guys. You guys have been talking about this color. Every color we put out last night, we did 6 new colors. They completely sold out. So you know what that means? That was the test to see is, does the monkey still have a heartbeat out there? Is there somebody who would love to take a jar, no longer a can, a jar of the Junk Monkey home? This is the wild iris color. We're completely sold out. But yeah, that means that we're going to have to make some more paint, guys. So this is what it looks like when it comes to you. Do you see that goodness? So this time around, we were talking yesterday about how we gave the Junk Monkey a little bit of a extra pair of roller skates this time. A little glide, I guess I call it, a little surfer monkey. So if you've used our paint before in the past and you're like, oh my gosh, especially people first starting out because of the style of our paint and what we do with our formula, they'll be like, okay, this is really thick. Like, how do I get started? You can spritz it with water. You can go until you kind of get the hang of it. And so this time around, having the opportunity to do the recipe again 2.0, we talked about it and we decided to give it a little extra glide. So I can't wait for you guys to try it, but I call it monkey with roller skates, because yeah, he just picks up some speed. So when you brush it on, I think you're going to enjoy the flow of the paint. Really enjoy. Pamela says, oh, the monkey still has a huge heartbeat. I love that. So this is a piece. So I told you guys, for those of you who are interested in the purple or who got the purple, that means yes, we will make some more paint here over the coming days. And also I'm going to add some new colors in because I think that will be fun as well. So what do you think? Do you think this week I should do a antique lace? I've seen that color come up a bunch of times that you guys love, love, love. The antique lace, and I'm also thinking I might throw a teal in there because I've been kind of itching to do a really cool teal. So this is wild iris. This is my batch here. I'm going to go into it with my brush, which, by the way, I do have brushes coming. My favorite brushes are coming. This is one that I basically resurrected here, that I found in my stash, and she's still going. She's still got legs. So we're going to, oh my gosh, can you see that color? Can you see that color? I bought, by the way, this stand. Are you ready? This is so pretty. I bought this stand. This is the tag. Look at that. $4.99. I love that. Kimberly says, I love your paint. It was the only paint I bought. Oh, I love to hear that. Well, you know what? If you got a project, here we go again. Here we go again. So my goal today is to put a really quick, I'm going to get down here. I'm starting to go full speed ahead here. But my project today is this piece here, and I can definitely see it in some gold like edging as well, which I think is going to be beautiful. What do you think? It's already got a painted layer of, I guess it's like a brown color onto it. So when I use the Junk Monkey, if you're new to it or you just need a reminder, I use my first coat. It sticks to pretty much anything under the sun, flows real nice. If you should need it thinned out, you can always, it's water-based, you can always thin it with water. Keep a spritzer near you or something like that. But the goal is to just get the first layer down, and that becomes, in my mind, like my primer layer. That is my, you know, that's the part that's going to grab on again to the next layer. So you don't want to put too much down on your first layer. You just want to get full coverage. You don't want drippies or anything like that, so don't put too much on your brush. Oh, I love it. So I used to have a ton of these little brushes, the angle brushes, which, by the way, this is my favorite. Stay tuned, they will be coming to my store. But just to let you know, in a pinch, I tried these guys, which are like kind of like the knockoff version. This is the wish list version, and it works pretty good as well. I do enjoy this one. This one came from Wally World. So if you need to pick up a really good brush really quickly until I get them onto my website, my personally favorite one, you can definitely pick one up there if you need one in a pinch. A shabby chip brush is going to give you a really shabby look, but one with synthetic hairs, and then you have the angle cut. It's so nice for right here. It's a rubber, my handle is, so stay tuned. I will have those this week ahead, which I'm excited for. Baby steps. But yeah, just put a light coat on. You can pounce it around, do whatever you got to do to get it in those little places. And we're just looking to get a layer on here, let it dry. I have a fan behind me, so this is going to be a pretty quick project. With as warm as it's been. What's the temperatures, guys, where you're watching from? It's still melting mode here, which means that your paint's going to dry pretty quick, especially if you have a fan on. Oh, I love that. I love it. So I used to have a ton of these brushes, and I let some staff use my brushes, and they were never the same. I'm not even sure if this guy has even fully recovered from it yet, but it's the last guy that I could find that was standing on his legs that actually survived. But I'm looking forward to getting some fresh. But yeah, I do, it's fun to get my fingers back into some paint. It's a really quick project. All I did was I took my sand block before I came on, because I know you guys don't like to hear the sound of the sander. And I just really quickly did a buff over, use my just little bench brush, which you can always just kind of designate one brush to be your duster if you want it to do that. Guys, isn't that look so good? Oh, I can't wait for you guys to be able to paint and then be able to see your pictures and post your pictures. It's gonna be so good. So today my snack is cottage cheese. And I have a gigantic, I swear, the jar alone is probably worth $10. But I went and I paid like 10 bucks for a giant glass jar of peach halves. And they're sitting in the fridge, and I know they're cold. And I'm going to go ahead. Look how pretty that is. That's just one coat. We're just doing one light coat. We're going to let it suck it all up. Go back over. Make sure I don't have any drippies. If you don't do your first coat too thick, that's good because, you know, you want full coverage, but you don't want it dripping. That's, once that dries, then you're going to have a drip and you're going to have to sand it off, right? Look already. She's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Bonnie says 87 degrees here in Conneaut Lake. Is that the PA or the Ohio side? Remind me, Bonnie. Oh, you know what? Let's do the top first. Okay. For feng shui purposes, I need to be over here. I'm a right-handed individual. Which is funny because Matt's left-handed. So the two of us, when we sit, we have to sit a certain way so that we're not crashing. Crashing. I saw back home there was all kinds of wildfires on the island in Canada. And today they've got all this really cold weather. Wild how the... which I hope they get lots of rain. They've had a lot of heat and there's a lot of fires going on right now, but I hope it's cooled down and things are getting better up there. But it's amazing how fast the weather can change. It's crazy. I'm hoping, I mean, I have my bets on fall because winter tried to kill us. We went into the polar vortex. And then we had, we've got this scorching summer. So could fall be where it's at? Tell me if you're like me and you're like, yes, cold. It would be so nice to be able to wear, you know, let's bring back sweater weather. Sweater weather. Can't believe I got this piece for $5. What in this world can you purchase for $5? How about an antique table? Unheard of. Crazy unheard of. But you gotta hunt, right? So sometimes I find that I go to my local thrift stores and they got like amazing prices. And then other times I go and it's like, have you lost your mind? You want a plastic tree full of dust to be sold for $75. Are we, is this, yeah, what timeline are we in now? Oh, that's nice. Look how nice that sucked in. Do we love it? So will you guys write where you're watching from? There's all kinds of new names on here. I don't know ya. As they say back home, where are you from? Who's your father? Oh my gosh, I remember growing up. Sometimes I would bring people home for lunch and Dad, we'd sit to the table and Dad would always torment them. Like he would always just ask the most funniest, redundant questions. Like funny questions that there's really no answer to. Just makes you think and you can't really answer it. But yeah, we have some pretty funny sayings. Like that. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you this yesterday, but here in front of me, this is actually the colors that we brought back. I was gonna show you this last night, all side by side, but I forgot. So this is the color that I'm painting in, the wild iris at the top right here. And then we have the, this is the starflower right here, the blue. Pretty, right? A raven wing, enchanted forest, gray moth, and then lunar eclipse. And so this week I'm going to be painting with all these colors. But yeah, that's all the new colors right there. So I am taking a current poll for anything new you guys want this week. Let me know. Let me know if there's a color. Is it from the past? Is it the ghost of Christmas past? So yeah, I'm gonna do a big, I was just gonna stop like when we got groceries somewhere else, and I was like, you know, you can get a lot more when we go up to, you know, we'll go up here at the bulk store and you'll be able to get more. I got a giant jar of peaches, like a full-on giant family-sized jar of peaches, and it looks so good in a glass jar. And I cannot wait to have it with my cottage cheese. I think my favorite two fruits to have with cottage cheese is gonna be the pineapple and the peaches. Do you have a favorite combo? Let me know, because I have a lot of cottage cheese as well to eat up. So that's gonna be my new, just opening fresh containers of this. So I gotta eat it all up this week. Can't waste food, too expensive. All right. Boy, that's pretty. This is gonna be so nice when I do a little distressing. But just like that, got a few little legs to get to. I just saw Janet write that she's watching from Cincinnati. We just had some people in the shop from Ohio, from the Cleveland area. Which I did hear there's a big bookshop, like a used bookshop in Cleveland, I think it is, that I want to go to. All right, this is gonna be my workout for the day. You're not gonna use a lot of paint. The paint goes far. Even with me opening this container, and it's not a full container, it goes a long way. I always say you can get one standard sized piece of furniture out of a jar or a can, and you can, or maybe get like 2 small pieces, like 2 nightstands. You see a spot that I missed? Mary says, hi, Sonia, apple butter. Apple butter? Really? I'll try that. It gets so hot in the summer, so it's like, sometimes you don't want to eat anything too heavy. I love that. Did I miss any spots? Where's Matt when I need him? Like I said, we'll do some junk monkey after dark. And the shop is closed, and that way Matt can join us and relax. And give us thoughts from the peanut gallery, like he does. I'm married to Google. I swear, you tell him where you're from, he'll know 3 facts about your hometown before you can like even say your name. Just making sure I got full coverage. That's about it. Now we wait. We go back, we look for our drips. But I'm excited for you guys to get your hands now on the paint. Can't wait to see the projects that you guys do. There we go. All right, pretty nice. What do you think? You know what I didn't get? I wish you guys had told me, like seriously. Sonia, did you take your before photo? Did you take your before photo? And did I take a before photo? Nope, I did not. Sandra says, what am I doing wrong? I went to Junk Monkey and it took me to Etsy. That's right. I haven't built out a website because this was just a test to see if there was any interest in the paint, because it's been a while since we made some. But there was none to order. So last night we did a launch, and within 2.5 hours, all the paint that we put up had sold out. We put it up at 7, and like almost 10 o'clock it was gone. Yeah, 10:30 it was gone, which was wild. But it was just, you know, you don't know what you don't know. And we put it up, and it was amazing. So today I'm packing your orders, and I'll put a little token of appreciation into everybody's order, and get them all out ASAP as soon as the postal service opens back up now. Jackie says, do a freeze from the picture. Oh, in the thrift store. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I'll do that. I think I should still have that one. Good thinking. That's why we're friends, Jackie. Jackie said I should go back because I did a video of when I picked this one up. I can't believe how big this table is. You know, when I picked it up and I put it up here, I'm like, wow, I got a lot of real estate. I mean, do you see how big this table is? For $5. $5. What in this world, like I said, can you get for $5? That's just wild. So I'm going to go out again and look for some more furniture here, probably come Monday, and keep having a bunch of pieces. I've got a lot of furniture when you first come into the building, just kind of stockpile, because that's where it gets offloaded too. When we come in from the Jeep and we offload it, and I'm like, just put it right here, Matt. And people come in and they're like, oh, this is so nice. I'm like, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's mine. Shirley says, I am ready to buy some now. Give me a couple days and we'll have some more. So right now I'm going to get everybody's orders out from last night. That's the first focus. That's the priority, to make sure that those who ordered already get their Junk Monkey ASAP. I'm just loving this. As this sets up, this feels very unicorny to me. Like, does it look like that to you? Like, very magical. Like, look at that. That's going to be beautiful. As that dries, it's very much an indigo purple. Like, some purples are very, I call it, like, you know, I love the One-Eyed, One-Horned Flying Purple People Eater. I love that movie. The very fact that I know that song and that movie should speak volumes. But some purples are very, very like elementary, very primary. And so Jackie says, winter, winter, chicken dinner. Oh, peachy dinner. But this one here is just like an upscale. She's like a beautiful indigo, gorgeous purple. Like, this is not primary purple. She's got some really cool, like, it's a very rich, very nice looking table. So, and this is just one coat. We put the second one on. It's going to be so good. But yeah, a couple days, and we'll have, so stay tuned. Every day I go live here at 2 o'clock. I'll show you a project that I'm working on. This will be flipped, and I will be selling it into my shop and on Facebook Marketplace. I'm raising money to buy a home for myself back home in Canada. So back home on the island I am from. So I have a place to land, like a little birdie, going back and forth across the border. So yeah, that's my personal goal right now, is to flip furniture. And that's what I did when I first moved to the US. You know, when I first came here to the US, I didn't have nothing. I sold everything to my name and did not have nothing. Knew nobody. Started off, you know, when you start off from zero, you don't even have a social security number. You are zero. And to rebuild a life. And part of rebuilding a life, I had to, I didn't have to, I just wanted to. I had that nature inside of me to want to make a home for myself down here as well. And so when Matt was working, I would be like looking for anything that I could, like, oh, can we afford this? You know, is this a $5 table? Is this for free on the side of the road? And then, yeah, just from there, went to get some paint, what was considered really good furniture paint, and I couldn't afford it. Could not afford it, and I left empty-handed. Anybody remember that story? And so I didn't even know where I was going. I just looked something online, GPS'd it. Matt drove me there because I didn't even know the way. And I went in and I looked at it and my heart just sank. I'm like, I can't afford this. I can't afford this. So I left empty-handed. And it's interesting how things are born. But Matt said, I'll make you some paint. I'm like, how are you going to make paint? How are you going to make paint? Well, like I said, I'm married to Google. And he has a pretty amazing brain. Diane says, didn't we call the furniture back in the day with the OG Banana Bunch brownie frowny? You got it. That's right. Turn that frown upside down. She's brownie frowny. And she did start off brownie frowny, right? She was pretty tired looking. You know, she just had that brown paint onto her and all that stuff. And boy, we flipped her. I mean, this is a happy table. She's a happy boy. Huh. Love it. So, yeah, I just feel the happiness. So, but that's how the furniture paint was born. And so it feels good to be stepping back. It just feels like the right time, at least for me. And I'm glad that you guys are as well, because then we can do it together and, you know, share each other's projects. And I'd love to see what you're doing. So stay in touch as you paint stuff, send me pictures, whatever. You can send me through the Etsy. I'm pretty sure you can send pictures through there so I can save them down, get your permission to post them, what you're working on, what you got going on. But I'm just thinking, like, we're just getting started here. And in my mind, I'm seeing colors. Like we have that blue that we put out. Okay, so like right here, you see the blue and the purple side by side. You know what happens when you take a little bit of the blue and you take a little bit of the purple and you put it together? You get the most beautiful blend. So we can do some really fun. We can do funny things too, but we can do fun things. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And we can make any color. We can make any color. So what's your vote for the color of this week that you'd like to see come out? Of course, we'll look at all the colors did well this week that we put up last night. They all sold. And you're going to see me paint with every color this week. And I know you're going to be like, yes, I'm so glad I got that color, because those colors were selected because I think they'll sell really well. But yeah, I'm open with ears of, yep, turned it upside down. Turned that frown upside down. She's gorgeous now, baby. Love her. We saw so much potential. I mean, look, she's got legs for days. She's got legs for days. So yeah, let me know what colors you'd love to see this week. I am thinking about bringing back antique lace this week. Let me know. What do you think of that one? Also thinking of a teal. I'm not gonna lie, I've had teal on my brain, so I might do that one too. Hey Brenda, how are ya? Cheryl, Jerry, Charlotte, Therese, very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work here. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock, but let me know in the comments any colors that you want to see come back. Sherry says bring back seahorse. You like the seahorse? I like the seahorse too. That's nice. She's nice. All right, we can work on that for sure. So I'll see you guys back again tomorrow. Go eyeball up a piece, okay? So if you have paint on the way, know I'm working on your order. And if you need anything, message me through junkmonkeypaint.com through my Etsy shop. I'm here on the other side. I'll get a notification if you message me with anything, if you need any questions or whatever. And then, yeah, get a piece to paint. If you've got something in your house that you're ready to do it, like you're ready to just... It's going into fall. And remember that you don't have to be married to this color, right? There is no contract. So, you know, that it's not like this was brown and we just flipped it here in the last few minutes. You can flip this to any color as well. So you could look at something that you already have painted right now and you're like, I want to paint over it. And yeah, and then flip it back again for spring. So if you want to do something moody, maybe you want to set up some pumpkins, start thinking about sort of like the fallish sorts of colors. You could do that. But yeah, what's fun is that then you can flip it back again. You can do something completely different. Linda says vintage white. Very nice. Terry says it's beautiful. Thank you. I love this purple. I love this purple. And you know, this doesn't even have a seal onto it yet. So she's going to pop back. So my process will be, I'll put another, I'm going to let this dry. I will go ahead and put another coat of paint on. Then I'm going to go ahead and do just like a polish and a little bit slight distressing. I love having a little bit of distressing in furniture. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my seal. And then I'm going to do some of those really cool waxes. But I think that's just going to be classic. I don't really need to do anything up here. She has some like dents and stuff. You know, she's an old table, as you would expect. But I think that's beautiful. It just gives it the character. I love that. And then I'm just going to do all kinds of edging. Remember our eyeliner effect? Yeah, we're going to do some eyeliner effect all around the edges just to bring out all this beautiful cuts that's in the wood. But I have a few tables like this around my shop that I use for displays, and I painted them black, and I've done the legs. I've actually posted pictures of them way back when in the time machine, and people still come in and they're like, I love this furniture. I saw somebody here the other day, and I said hello to them, and they're like, oh, hi, I brought somebody new today. I'm like, welcome new person, good to see you here. And the guy said, you know, I had to bring my friend here because if not for the very alone, just to see the paint job and the aesthetics in here. So, you know, when you build a store and you put your painted furniture into it, and displays are not wire racks. They are furniture like this that you go ahead and you paint and you just embellish and do beautiful things with to make them have a cool feel with. You know, you create a space that's unique, and you do that for your home as well. All right, with that, I'm about to go eat some peaches. Millions of peaches for me. I've got a whole jar. I'll report back, and I will try the apple butter. Thank you very much for that suggestion. All right, friends, have a good one. See ya. Barb's on from Ohio. Sending love to Ohio. See ya.